Have you ever wondered just how vast space really is? It's a question that's often asked but rarely fully understood. The enormity of space is a concept that's difficult to grasp, even for the most brilliant minds of our time. It's an endless expanse, constantly expanding and filled with countless galaxies, each harboring billions of stars and potentially even more planets. Let's try to put it in perspective. The Earth, our home, seems pretty big to us, doesn't it? But in the grand scheme of the universe, it's nothing more than a tiny speck. Imagine a grain of sand in the middle of the Sahara Desert. That's roughly our Earth in comparison to the universe. Now that's massive. And here's a fact that's both thrilling and maybe a little terrifying. Humans have only explored a minute fraction of this colossal cosmos. Our furthest manned mission, the Apollo moon landing, was a mere 239,000 miles away. In cosmic terms, that's equivalent to taking a tiny step in an endless journey. Even our unmanned spacecrafts, like the Voyager probes, have barely scratched the surface of the universe's vastness. This is not to diminish our extraordinary achievements in space exploration, but to emphasize the sheer scale of the universe. It's a humbling realization, isn't it? That we, as a species, are such a small part of this vast cosmic arena. It's like we're children standing at the edge of a vast ocean, dipping our toes into the water while the unexplored depths stretch out before us. It's awe-inspiring and a little overwhelming, but it's also exciting. There's so much out there to discover, so many mysteries to unravel. And who knows? Perhaps one day we might uncover the secrets that the universe holds. So if you thought our planet was big, think again. The universe makes it seem like a mere speck of dust. Did you know that you wouldn't be able to hear a thing in space? That's right, folks. The eerie silence of the cosmos is not just a product of your imagination. It's a fundamental part of the universe's design. Sound, as we know it, needs a medium to travel through. On Earth, sound waves move through the air, vibrating particles as they go, and that's how our ears pick up different noises. But in space, there's no air or any other matter to carry these sound vibrations. It's an endless empty void, silent as a tomb. There's no air for sound to travel through, no molecules to vibrate in response to a noise. Even if a star were to explode right next to you, you wouldn't hear a thing. So, the next time you gaze up at the night sky, remember, those twinkling stars are silent. Their explosive, fiery lives play out in a universe of silence. In space, no one can hear you scream. How about the fact that there's a constant storm of high-speed space debris just above our heads? Yes, you heard it right. Orbiting our planet right now, there's an incredibly fast-moving swarm of space debris. This isn't just the occasional stray meteorite. We're talking about remnants of old satellites, spent rocket stages, and fragments from disintegration, erosion, and collisions. This debris can travel at speeds up to 17,500 miles per hour. That's fast enough to zip from New York to Sydney in less than 15 minutes. Imagine the kind of damage it could do to a spacecraft, or even worse, an astronaut on a spacewalk. NASA and other space agencies around the world constantly track this debris to prevent catastrophic collisions. It's a real-life game of dodgeball, except the consequences are far more severe than a mere bruise. It's a silent, high-speed battleground out there. What could be scarier than a black hole, capable of swallowing entire stars? These celestial phenomena are the epitome of fear for some, and for good reason. Born from the violent death of massive stars, black holes are regions of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape their pull. Imagine a cosmic vacuum cleaner with an appetite for everything in its path. That's a black hole for you. When a star strays too close, it's stretched and distorted, a process ominously known as spaghettification, before being swallowed whole. But it's not just stars that need to worry. Black holes can grow by devouring anything they come across, from stray asteroids to wandering planets. Their insatiable hunger and destructive potential make them truly formidable. But remember, they're also fascinating objects that help us understand the universe better. They challenge our understanding of physics and continue to baffle the greatest minds on Earth. Black holes are the real monsters of the universe. Did you know that space is filled with deadly cosmic radiation? These invisible high-energy particles are zooming through the cosmos at nearly the speed of light. They come from the sun, distant galaxies, and cataclysmic cosmic events like supernovae. Unlike the radiation we encounter on Earth, cosmic radiation is extremely high energy, and it can wreak havoc on both human bodies and the electronics of spaceships. An astronaut exposed to cosmic radiation faces the risk of damage to their DNA, leading to potential health issues like cancer. For spacecraft, these charged particles can disrupt electronic systems, leading to malfunctions. Despite the advances in technology, protecting astronauts and spacecraft from cosmic radiation remains a significant challenge. This is a reminder of how harsh and unforgiving the cosmos can be. So, when we gaze up at the stars, it's worth remembering that space is not as friendly to life as we might have hoped. Can you imagine the loneliness of being a space traveler millions of miles away from home? Imagine for a moment being so far from Earth that it's just a pale blue dot in the black abyss of space. Astronauts on long-duration missions face not only the physical challenges of space travel, but also the less talked about psychological ones. Space is a place of solitude, where even the most mundane aspects of life on Earth, such as hearing the sound of rain or feeling the warmth of sunshine on your face, are absent. This isolation, coupled with the unchanging, monotonous environment of a spacecraft, can lead to a sense of deep loneliness and disconnection. Astronauts are trained professionals, equipped with the mental fortitude to face these challenges, but even the most hardened spacefarer is not immune to the effects of prolonged seclusion. The human mind craves interaction, and the lack thereof can lead to feelings of depression, anxiety, and even hallucinations. It's a psychological phenomenon known as the break-off effect, where one feels detached from reality, a sensation that can be both terrifying and disorienting. Moreover, the physical distance from loved ones adds another layer of strain. The knowledge that you're millions of miles away from your family and friends, with no opportunity for a quick visit or an impromptu hug, can weigh heavily on the mind. Imagine missing out on birthdays, anniversaries, or just the simple joy of sharing a meal. It's not all bleak, though. Astronauts find ways to cope. They keep in touch with their families through video calls, maintain routines, exercise, and even have access to mental health professionals. They find solace in the beauty and grandeur of space, and the knowledge that they are part of something bigger than themselves. Space travel is a testament to human resilience, to our ability to adapt and thrive in the most challenging of circumstances. But it's also a stark reminder of our inherent need for connection, for the familiar and the comforting. Space travel is not for the faint of heart. So, are you still dreaming about space exploration? It's an enticing notion, isn't it? The opportunity to explore the unknown, to be among the stars. But as we've learned, the universe is not all starlight and wonder. It's a realm of darkness, danger, and daunting challenges. Let's take a moment to journey back through the chilling truths we've uncovered. Remember the sheer vastness of space. Its infinite expanse is mind-boggling. It's so vast that if you were to travel at the speed of light, it would still take you over 100,000 years to cross the Milky Way alone. Imagine how insignificant and infinitesimal we are in the face of such immensity. Then there's the ominous silence. Space is an eternal vacuum, devoid of air or atmosphere. Without a medium for sound to travel, it's a realm of profound silence, a silence so deep, it's deafening. You could be in the midst of the most cataclysmic cosmic event, and yet, not a single sound would reach your ears. Remember the high-speed space debris? Space isn't as empty as it seems. It's littered with remnants of old satellites, spent rocket stages, and even flakes of paint, all traveling at speeds up to 17,500 miles per hour. A tiny piece of debris could cause catastrophic damage to spacecraft and astronauts. Who could forget the terror of black holes, cosmic entities of such immense gravity that nothing, not even light, can escape their pull, or the invisible threat of cosmic radiation, a constant stream of high-energy particles that can cause serious harm to the human body. And finally, the loneliness. Space travel is an isolating experience, a journey into the great unknown, where you are your only company. It's an intense, lonely existence, far from the comforts and connections of Earth. Space is a vast, silent, and potentially deadly place, yet it continues to fascinate us. Be careful what you wish for, space enthusiasts.